was hard for me being that young and being in the industry and not knowing where to turn. And
you ain't been calling me and hanging out the way we used to hang out.
Well, I mean, you try to get in contact with me, through all my, partners and whatnot.
Why would he sell on the dark net his tapes?
Trading.
Victims.
They were were victimized, meaning this was happening to them and they were inebriated.
Right.
Shocking claims are circulating online involving Justin Bieber and Sean Diddy Combs, with reports suggesting these allegations surfaced during a legal proceeding and quickly captured widespread public attention. However, these claims remain unverified and are part of an evolving situation with no official confirmation. So while the story is going viral and sparking strong reactions, it's important to separate fact from speculation and wait for credible updates before drawing any conclusions.
We was around some people, something like that, and then some people might say, yo, I don't F with that dude. And at the time, I didn't even know who the F Usher was. You know what I'm saying? It was one of those type of situations. And when somebody say, yo, man, I don't F with them niggas, man, I'm getting out that industry and everything like that. You know, Puff sent this little kid to the hospital. How he sent her to the hospital? Man, Nick was bleeding from the butt. And that's what was said. But I didn't even have a name for the kid at the time.
Justin Bieber has previously opened up about the pressures and difficult experiences he faced in the music industry, and in a resurfaced Apple Music interview, he reflects on the emotional toll those years took on him, speaking honestly about lingering feelings of shame and trauma while emphasizing how deeply those experiences impacted his mental health. Though he does not publicly name specific individuals in that conversation, it highlights the lasting effects of early fame and the real importance of healing and having the right support.
it was hard for me being that young and being in the industry and not knowing where to turn, and everyone, telling me they love me and, just turn their back on you in a second. So if she ever needs me, I'm going to be here for her. But yeah, just protecting those moments because people take for granted encounters, and I just want to protect her,
What's up, man? You good?
I'm good. How are you?
All right, young brother, everything's good?
Everything's
Selling
great.
out arenas and everything?
Yeah.
Starting to act different, huh?
No,
you ain't been calling me and hanging out the way we used to hang out.
Well, I mean, you try to get in contact with me, through all my, partners and whatnot. But you never really got my number, so.
Right. Okay.
My number?
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you my number.
Yeah.
As controversy continues to unfold around Sean Diddy Combs, serious allegations are being discussed publicly, with claims pointing to a troubling pattern of abuse and manipulation. However, these remain allegations under ongoing legal and media scrutiny, and no final conclusions have been officially established. What is clear is that such claims bring attention to broader concerns about power, exploitation, and accountability in the entertainment industry, while underscoring the importance of relying on verified information and due process as the situation continues to develop.
Diddy had been trying to get to Bieber for a minute, and his management was backing him off. But it wasn't until Usher took over management and had guardianship and gave temporary guardianship to the diddler for 48 hours. Think about that. He had already been to the hospital. That situation that Gene was talking about. And you still took Bieber there. But you got custody of him first. Diddy had already tried. They wouldn't let him. Actually, someone made reference to the fact that Diddy trying to get at Bieber the way he was trying to get at Bieber was looking a little predatory. And then Usher came in and discovered it and managed him and got custody of him and promised to look after him. And then he sent him to the diddler. Does that sound like a good guy?
It's horrible.
Does that sound like a good guy? Now that we know what Diddy's really like. They're not seeing what the intentions was in his heart when he took Justin Bieber there.
Oh.
Let's be honest. He took Justin Bieber there.
The result of being around that man, Sean Puffy Combs, I don't sleep to this day. I have a problem sleeping to this day.
Allegations and online rumors surrounding Sean Diddy Combs have drawn widespread attention, with unverified claims attempting to connect major figures like Usher, Justin Bieber, Drake, Rihanna, and Nicki Minaj. However, there is no confirmed evidence supporting these claims, and much of what's circulating appears to be speculation. So it's important to rely on verified information and avoid jumping to conclusions until credible facts are established.
Well, considering that the is selling his own evidence that would put him in jail against him on the dark net to the highest bidder, why would he sell evidence of his debauchery and savagery? Why would he sell on the dark net his tapes of all the just terrible? Wanna know why? Because he doesn't intend to stand trial.
Is he protecting people, or are people protecting him?
Oh no, he's selling it because he needs the cash. The last freak off tape that just got sold on the dark net, which I know because I monitor, went for $500 million. It had multiple stars in it. Nicki Minaj, Rihanna, Chris Brown, Justin Bieber, Drake. It was a really interesting night in Calabasas, and he just sold that footage.
That really disturbing footage of Bieber, Odell Beckham, and Trey Songz.
Yes.
Like, and Trey's like literally sitting there playing Lookout.
Playing Lookout as Justin Bieber goes down on Odell.
The boy came up with his mouth wet.
Mouth wet.
What?
Dribbling.
In a rapidly developing situation involving Sean Diddy Combs, reports and online discussions suggest that federal authorities, including the Federal Bureau of Investigation and the Department of Homeland Security, may be examining allegations tied to past conduct, with mentions of potential witnesses and legal proceedings drawing public attention. However, many of these details remain unverified or based on speculation, and no confirmed official findings have been publicly established, making it essential to rely on credible sources and allow the legal process to determine the facts.
And those statements include descriptions of what the witness says he saw on those tapes. So I asked him about that, and he answered what he could, given the limitations imposed on him after testifying before the grand jury. Out of those 8 videos, 8 celebrities, 6 men and 2 women, how many of those 8 celebrities were close to being underage or potentially underage?
2 males.
2 males. And of those 8 celebrities, how many of them were intoxicated or under the influence of?
This is going to be all speculation. I just want to preface it by he wouldn't know if they were. Right.
Sure.
Appear to
Let
be.
me rephrase it.
Based on, yes.
Understand. Out of the 8 celebrities who were recorded having intimate relations with Sean Combs, how many of them appeared to be either inebriated or intoxicated or under the influence?
All of them. All of them.
Out of those 8, how many appear to be potentially victimized? How many might have been victimizing?
I think all, to be honest, all.
Were victims
They
or
victims.
were perpetrating?
Victims.
They were all 8 were victimized,
Yeah.
meaning
Victims.
this was happening to them and they were inebriated.
Right. Not knowing, I guess, how much proof it was in it, what they was doing.
And of those 8, how many seemed to be potentially minors?
2 to 3, possibly 3.
Thanks for watching.
Go to joinnn.com to find News Nation on your screen. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.
Usher has spoken in past interviews about being exposed to an adult environment at a very young age while spending time around Sean Diddy Combs during his early career, describing experiences he later suggested were not appropriate for someone his age. However, he has not publicly made confirmed allegations of direct abuse, and much of what circulates online goes beyond his actual statements, making it important to distinguish between what he has clearly said and what remains speculation.
A lot of people have been trying to drag Justin Bieber into this situation because there's a lot of like suspect looking videos with Diddy and Bieber in it, and you know they're making a lot of allegations.
Same way they made allegations about Usher. When Usher was younger.
I mean, do you think that there's any credibility to these allegations?
When there's smoke, there's fire. Why would Diddy be tapping his kid in his chest to see if he wired? And asking him, are you wired? Why would he be confronting that kid? Why would Justin Bieber make a song about, what is it? I got smashed at a Diddy party or something like that? Why? There's reasons behind all this. So where there's smoke, there's fire, Cam. I wouldn't put it past him.
Yeah, Justin, he's been real quiet about this. I mean, I think like a lot of the other celebrities.
I was reading some, Cam, and the kid say after he went to Diddy camp, he started using drugs so heavy and was smashed every day. What would cause a kid who wanted to be an artist in the music business all of a sudden to start getting high and drinking and popping pills and smoking? What would cause a kid to do that?
I mean, usually trauma.
Or a Diddy party.
Allegations and rumors surrounding Sean Diddy Combs continue to circulate online, with some claims referencing individuals like Usher, Justin Bieber, and even people within his personal circle. However, these accounts, including discussions from interviews and platforms such as Art of Dialogue, remain unverified and are often based on second-hand statements, with no confirmed evidence supporting the more serious accusations, making it essential to approach the topic with caution and rely only on credible, substantiated information as the situation continues to develop.
I moved to New York City, and I lived with Sean Puffy Combs for a year.
That's the crazy thing. Now, that was L.A. Reid's idea, right? We're sending you over to something called Puffy Flavor Camp.
There you go.
To learn
Flavor Camp?
Yeah,
Flavor
that's
Camp.
what it was called. And you're going to go to Puff Daddy's. He's
In the 90s. Do you understand what that's like?
Puffy's place was like just filled with chicks and orgying like nonstop, right?
No, not really. I mean, but hey, it was curious. I got a chance to see some things.
Yeah, but you were 13. What were you seeing?
I went there to see the lifestyle.
Right.
And I saw it. And it was but I don't know if I could indulge and understand what I was even looking at. It was pretty wild.
So nobody tried to, some woman didn't come along.
I didn't say that.
Okay.
I didn't say that. What I did say is that there were very curious things taking place.
Uh-huh.
And I didn't necessarily understand it.
Uh-huh.
Biggie Smalls was there.
Biggie Smalls was there. Lil' Kim, Craig Mack.
All these people are hanging around.
Yeah, man. Faith Evans,
And your parents
Jodeci,
were
Mary
okay?
J. Blige. They didn't know nothing about this.
Oh.
I was having a good time. You know what I mean?
Does he have you doing any chores? Are you doing dishes at all? I mean, to keep you humble somewhat? Or are you just like, can you stay up till 4 a.m. with them and party?
I mean, I could. I actually stayed up longer than them.
And do you have money? What's going on?
I mean, I had like per diem. You know, I had like,
What
like
a
a living.
life.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
14 years old. You're a dad now. Would you ever send your kid to Puffy Camp?
Hell no.
See?
Concerns about power imbalances in the entertainment industry have been widely discussed, with many pointing out how fame, money, and influence can create situations where young performers feel pressure or lack proper protection. Public figures like Tom Hanks have spoken more broadly about industry standards and professionalism, while Justin Bieber has shared his own experiences of growing up in the spotlight and dealing with the pressures of early fame, highlighting just how important safeguarding and support systems are for young artists, even as broader claims about systemic misconduct remain debated and require credible evidence before being treated as fact.
There's more deeper questions that I be wanting to know, like why were you so infatuated with a child that wasn't yours? Were you grooming that little boy? I don't even want to start those conversations. That's not your child. You know what I'm saying? And for you to keep him that close, it's like you kept him that close because he might got your secrets because he's not your child. So if he's not your child and you that type of person with that type of character, you don't mind actually doing it to him when he finally reaches a certain age because he's not yours. And you know in your mind he's not yours. And now you keep him real close to you. You make sure he don't go to his daddy. Why? You make sure he's separated with him and you provide him with everything he wants. Why? You got one of them little Michael Jackson secrets? He got one of them secrets that he can't tell nobody because his legacy, his manhood gonna be, and not only that, his brother no gonna look at him crazy. Only Puffy know, only God and Puffy.
Pussy, right?
I don't know. All I'm gonna say is, I don't know.
I'll be sure, son.
All I'm gonna say is, who's infatuated with another man's son now, like that? Like that seemed like grooming to me. That's his daughter's brothers. Get the fuck out of here, huh?
Discussions around the pressures faced by young performers in the entertainment industry have sparked broader conversations about accountability, protection, and the long-term impact of early fame. Justin Bieber and Usher have both spoken in the past about aspects of growing up in the spotlight and the challenges that came with it, while industry-wide concerns continue to be debated in public forums, highlighting the importance of strong safeguarding systems and verified reporting as people. Follow ongoing developments and look for clarity through credible sources.
Wow! I feel violated right now. Wow.
Just lean into me again. You smell amazing. How old are you?
Thank you.
How old are you?
I'm 16. I'll be 17 in like 2 weeks.
I don't ever remember smelling that good at 16. Like that was bad.
Yeah.
Wow, look at your eyes. What music you listen to?
Would you rather you have to be naked on stage during one full song, or drink a cup of blended worms? Answer Justin Bieber.
I have like little girl fans. I can't go.
My parents never gave me the sex talk. Okay. So why don't you give me the sex talk? I feel uncomfortable right now. Oh. Why do you want to know the sex talk from a 15-year-old boy? That's pretty weird. Oh. Let's talk about the album.